YouTube, what's the deal?
One love.
YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. What's going on, y'all? I had to come in really quickly. I hope it's going to be really quickly. There were just a couple of things that I wanted to talk to y'all about, as well as, well, first and foremost, a video that I really wanted to direct y'all's attention to. The video that I made a couple of days ago, maybe a week now, on the Sharkeisha incident has really stayed with me. And it is because, as I said in the video, I think it speaks to a larger issue that our young girls are losing sight of how power is really defined. And I was directed to a video, actually I stumbled across the video this morning, that I'm going to be posting in the link below, from this, I don't want to say new, but a group, relatively new, I guess, known as MediaSavvyGirls. And this group, this movement, is kind of designed around how and what really young girls learn about beauty and learn about power as a result of how the media is depicting girls these days. And they threw out this statistic, this fact, that kind of blew my mind, that there are over 500,000 videos, unbelievable, 500,000 videos on YouTube today that are can be summed up in the question, do you think I'm pretty or do you think I'm ugly? And these videos are being uploaded by young girls, many of whom are between 5 and 10 or 5 and 11 years old. And this video, which is not a very long video, is showing these girls of all different ethnicities, from all different walks of life, wondering out loud whether they are pretty or whether they are ugly. And this was emotional for me, I mean, obviously, but more specifically brought me to a place of wondering the saturation of the media to our younger girls. You know, we are living in a celluloid age where between, you know, the TV and the internet and the movies and the concerts and the iPads and the, you know, our young girls are being deluged with images of what has been decided young girls should look like or should want to do. And I truly believe that they're losing sight of what's really important. These young girls in these videos, all of whom, and I have to say this, all of whom are precious, are beautiful, adorable young girls. To see these children, many, I would argue, of whom have not even came upon puberty yet, questioning their beauty. And if you take that one step further, questioning their worth, because, and this is sort of the point of everything, what these young ladies appear to be learning is that your worth in this world is directly proportionate to how beautiful or how sexy or how attractive or presentable you are. This, the woman who started this movement was working on her PhD and surveyed, I believe it was 37 girls between the ages of 8 and 11. Of those 37 girls, 62% were dissatisfied with their bodies. I'm going to do that one more time for the cheap seats in the back. 62% of girls surveyed between the ages of 8 and 11 years old were dissatisfied with their bodies, i.e., wished that they were thinner. Now, at that age, you can barely factor boys into the equation. These girls are feeling the pressure to do that for the sake of looking, of attaining validation from other girls. And this is highly concerning for me. And when you factor the Sharkeisha Mishigas into everything, I really wonder as parents whether or not we are taking the most comprehensive approach to empowering our young girls that we could be. Power and the attainment of power should not have to equal who can win in a fist fight. There is power in standing up for what you believe in. There is power for attempting to right a wrong. There is power for speaking out against injustice and bullying. And beauty should not have to be reduced to how accurately or how impeccable your makeup job is, or how thoughtful the selection of clothes you are going to wear for the day is. Beauty is present in an outstanding performance in a school play, in playing a piano beautifully. Beauty is present in hitting a three-pointer on a basketball court, or you know, catching a free throw, or beauty is present in so many different things. But I am aghast at the idea that our young ladies are being reduced to simply being props, being princesses. I am one person and I don't have all the answers, and the way that I articulated myself even in this video may not have been the best, because I, in the interest of full disclosure, am feeling very helpless about this issue. But I do think that we need to begin an open dialogue about what our kids are learning and how we can counteract what they are seeing in the media on a daily, hourly basis. How we can remind our kids that they get to define themselves and not be pushed into categories that were never meant to be theirs in the first place. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, and I would love for you to watch the video that I am going to be posting below, and let me know what you think, because this issue is much bigger than me and much bigger than you. But if we can all get a roundtable discussion going about it, I will be personally responding to comments on this issue, because it disgusts me, honestly. With that being said, I would be remiss in my duties as a citizen of the world if I did not touch on, and please don't think that this is an afterthought, but I just wanted to briefly summarize my my thoughts on the transition of the amazing, peerless Nelson Mandela. You know, in the 1980s, my parents were, and I want to say this tactfully, but I would say my parents were selectively cosmopolitan. So I did not know the story of Mandela. And it wasn't until an episode of The Cosby Show that I learned of Nelson Mandela. And it wasn't because of Winnie and Nelson, who were Sandra and Elvin's kids. It was because the amazing, the incomparable Miriam Makeba had a guest spot on The Cosby Show and sang a song called Emavasini with such like unbelievable beauty that I immersed myself and pulled out my encyclopedia and just started studying. and came across the story of Mandela that way. And I don't know anybody. I'm not going to say that they don't exist, but I personally, me, Jahira, do not know a single person who has not read or been told or heard the story of Nelson Mandela and not felt convicted in some small way to better their own corner of the world. At least not given it a passing thought. I don't know anybody. We will never have another Nelson Mandela, but thank God that we did. And thank God that our generation and our children's generation and the generations to come will, God willing, know the story. And I mean, you can't be, a politically active, an activist, an advocate, his is the story that all people who have encountered injustice will now stand up a little straighter and speak out a little louder. And I'm just so grateful that we had him. And at 95 years old, all you can say is well done. And this is a man who's truly earned his rest. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to let you go. And please watch the video below, and please, give me your thoughts on it. And until next time, YouTube, as always, please take care of yourself. I love you, and without a doubt, one love.